I'm Bob Blumenfield, Los Angeles City Council member, and I represent the West and San Fernando Valley, Reseda, Winnetka, Canoga Park, Tarzana, and Woodland Hills. Today, we will light up City Hall in observance of National Overdose Awareness Day. The whole building behind me, as it gets dark, will be lit up in purple to remind people, not just that it's National Overdose Awareness Day, but to remind them about overdose poisoning and about the dangers inherent in these drugs. Awareness of this epidemic is key for early detection and intervention. Opioids, depressants, alcohol, stimulants, many other drugs are the reason why members of our community of all ages and backgrounds are facing trauma, losing loved ones, through knowing or unknowing use. We think about overdose awareness. We think about people who know that they're taking what they're taking, but a lot of times, and you'll hear about this, folks don't know what's in the drugs that they're taking. That the drugs they're taking are cut with dangerous fentanyl or something else. And people are overdosing and dying accidentally, and it is tragic beyond belief. Today with me, I have a number of folks here, including Dr. Laura Berman, who I'm going to call on. She shares a heartbreaking story of her and her husband of losing their son to overdose, accidental overdose. But I'm going to let her tell her story. And Dr. Laura, please.
I appreciate this opportunity so much, and for the work that you all are doing to bring awareness to this heartbreaking issue. And I'm here not only as an educator and a therapist, but as a devastated and heartbroken mom of a 16-year-old who will be forever 16 because he experimented with drugs that he got through social media, and they were laced with fentanyl, of which it only takes a few little grains of sand of fentanyl to kill you. He didn't know what he was taking, and he died in his room while sheltering at home. And since then, through our heartbreak, my husband and I have worked really hard to try to bring awareness to this and stop more families from experiencing the tragedy that we are still living through. And the issue is that this is becoming more prevalent than ever, and that experimentation now can be fatal, and that it's not just certainly this is Overdose Awareness Day, but in our son Sammy's case, and in the thousands and thousands of children and adults dying around the country from this, it actually is not fentanyl overdose, it's fentanyl poisoning. And it's murder, because the person taking it doesn't know what they're taking is either counterfeit and pure fentanyl or laced with fentanyl. The dealers put those drugs, cut them into the drugs people think they are buying online in order to make them more addicted, and in many cases, most cases, it's fatal. So I so appreciate bringing awareness of this. There's still a lot of work to be done. But I'm so hopeful and I'm so grateful, and I just want everyone to know about the risks and use my son as a teachable moment with their own children and in their own communities. Thank you.
Thank you. My heart breaks for your situation, the loss of your son. During COVID, this problem has just gotten worse. The isolation of people has led to more and more of these overdoses. Here with us, I also have Mark Berman from the Organization for Social Media Safety. We have worked together on this issue and on a number of issues over the last year or two, and he really is an expert in working on social media safety, and I wanted him to say a few words as well. Mark.
Thank you so much, Councilman. I really want to extend our deepest gratitude and thankfulness that you are engaging in this work. You are clearly, just by speaking up and actions that you and the City Council have undertaken, you are saving lives. Parents are unaware that drugs are being dealt and distributed through social media and are young adults, our teens, even our tweens are unaware that drugs that they may be ordering are being poisoned with fentanyl, and that is taking lives. So this raising awareness is really everything. I also want to thank Dr. Laura Berman and Samuel Chapman, who have been tireless advocates. And let's be clear, this is painful work. To come out and tell their personal tragedy over and over again is painful. And they are doing that because they care, because of a sense of compassion for their community, for other parents in the city of Los Angeles and across the country. They don't want other families to experience the same level of tragedy. So as they do this work, let's all open our ears and do what we can to make sure that other children are not affected. And also, let's be clear, we're not just talking about substance abuse when it comes to social media safety. There are other issues like cyberbullying, hate speech, human trafficking. All of these are impacting our families. So the more that we can raise our voices and make everyone aware, the more lives we're going to protect. So again, thank you to the council member, thank you to Dr. Laura Berman and Samuel Chapman. It's really an honor to be here today to speak on this issue.
Thank you. In fact, I want to connect the dots a little bit with something that you both said, which is the social media piece of it. In the case of Sammy, I've heard the story told before. He got the drugs basically through social media. Basically, was able to order it online like a pizza. That's how easy it is to get these kinds of drugs these days, where kids, teenagers, hear about something on social media. A few clicks later, somebody's at their door and giving them these drugs in exchange for money. And that's the connection. With social media, it has brought overdosing and brought drug addiction to every single doorstep, to anyone who has an internet connection. So it's a serious business, this is a deadly business, and what we're trying to do today is, again, raise awareness. Lighting up City Hall is just one way to do that. But speaking out, especially sharing your story, the way that you have, as painful as that is to share, you're doing it because you care and you want to change lives and save lives in the future. And that's what your organization is about, and that's what we're trying to do today, is save lives. In recognition of Drug Awareness, Overdose Awareness Day, and really in recognition of the work that you all have done to raise awareness, as painful as that work has been to speak out, I wanted to give to you a certificate of appreciation, not just on behalf of me, Bob Blumenfield, your council member, but on behalf of the City of Los Angeles. It is signed by the mayor and all of the city council members, all the elected officials in this city, to recognize you for being willing to share your loss and your tragedy in furtherance of saving lives of Angelinos and others. So thank you for doing that. Please accept this as a small token of appreciation. Thank you.